everyone, this is Alice with Ed Wonderland Speaks. Please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. I can be reached at Facebook, at Google, Twitter. I think that's it. I wanna touch on today about and again the things that I'm sharing with you now, because I've got a few videos coming out in succession. I wanted to get these out in January. It's the beginning of a new year. This is January 2018, and something that occurred to me recently, because there are those of us of a certain age, women, there's a few things left we still want to do. Not a lot, because we've done a lot, but there's a few things left. And I was inspired by something I saw recently on Bravo. You know, they've got all these reality TV shows. And I saw a new one, and it's Black Women in Europe. And I don't know about you, but that's sort of at the top of my bucket list. I got the passport, but I've not been to Europe. And I'd really like for a group of us, a very quaint group of us, go to Europe. Why can't we plan something like that? I don't have any details other than when I say Europe, I mean Rome. Let's see, that's Rome. Also Italy. You with trips like this, you can tailor them and go to areas that you specifically prefer, or you can do one of the packages. It's really a question of your preference. Rome is at the top of my list. These are places that when you go, this is not some place you can go for 2 or 3 days. First of all, it's a little costly, and that's why you want to plan it in advance. Also, it's a long ways. It's a long ways, and it's costly, and there's so much to do and see. And so I want to put that challenge out there. I want you to send me your comments and let me know what you're thinking about this idea. A group of maybe 10 people. You know, we can rent a villa, and we can go and make our own memories and have our own experiences. Years ago, I did some research in that area because I traveled a lot, and I had a lot of questions. And I found through interviewing someone who was more well-traveled than I, that Italian men really, really love black women. So it makes you wonder, why aren't we more well-traveled? Why haven't we went and found this out for ourselves? There's a question. I'd like to hear your comments in this. Now, as I said, this is certainly a trip that has to be planned in advance. Who knows? Maybe the Mad Hatters can do some fundraisers and raise money so that we could all go. Who knows? I mean, it's pretty wide open. We can do whatever we want. We're grown women. Remember that. Never think you can't do something. Never, ever. You know, years ago, I decided I wanted to drive a big truck. And I thought to myself, oh, I can do that. I had no idea. You know, I had been married. One of my ex-husbands was an over-the-road truck driver, and he was always encouraging me to do it. Now, of course, I didn't do it when we were married. That was something I did after we got divorced. But I wanted to drive a big truck. I wanted my CDL so that I could travel all over the country. Well, it was a challenge, but you know, the first thing I said to myself when I started was this. I had raised my children. I said, if I can do that, and they're grown people, if I can do that, and they're not criminals, if I can do that, I can do anything. So that's something I kept telling myself. When you get ready to challenge yourself with anything, think about the most difficult thing you've ever done in your life. Doesn't matter what it is, because it's different for everyone. For me, my children at that time, to this day, it's my biggest challenge. If you can do that, you can do anything. And I kept telling myself that when I was trying to shift those 18 gears in that big truck. Oh my God, I can't do it. But in the back of my mind, I kept saying, if I can raise my kids, I can do anything. I can do anything. It worked because I got my CDL. I still have it to this day. So, it's one of those things that once you get it, you don't want to ever lose it because, you may never be able to get it again. Who knows? You never know. But, as I said, I've done many things in my life. That's just one of many. But that my motivation, I said that to say this. Everybody's different. We've all got different challenges. We're different, but yet we're the same. You'd be amazed at how the commonality that we as women, as humans, face. Okay? One of my goals is for us to be more united, not so separated, not so many groups of us. Okay? My focus right now is mature women. Does that mean it can only be women over 50? No. Because I happen to believe that if you mix it up, with some, I don't know, just mix it up. You get you mix it up with more continuity, you get more variety, you get to have more interaction with other points of view. And that's important. It broadens your horizons. Makes you a more rounded person. You don't want to be in a box. You don't want to be in a corner. You want to be able to expound on many things. So, I give you that challenge. I want us to think about that. Please send me your comments. Let me know what you think about European trip. Okay? Most of us have more time on our hands these days because a lot of us, we're either retired or we're on our way there. So, let that be a challenge. I know I'm not the only one out here who wants to go to Europe. So you might say, well, I don't even have a passport. There you have it. That's something, that's a goal. You always want primary goals, secondary goals. You might say, well, what's the difference? Well, primary goal is the main one. Like, for example, I just gave you two examples. The European trip and the passport. The European trip would be primary goal. The passport would be a secondary goal. They're both important because you can't go to Europe without the passport. Okay? But in reference to what's involved to make that happen, that's what makes the European trip the primary goal. There's a lot more involved in making it happen. Not for everyone, but for a lot of us. Maybe you got to get the money together. Maybe, I don't know. It's like I said, it's going to be different things for different people. I want to work with everyone on making that happen. Okay? So, I'm putting that out there into the atmosphere. I look forward to hearing from you so that we can make it happen in 2018. Let's get it popping, 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 popping. Now, I would like to say, certainly I'm not jumping all over the place like I did, I don't know, when I was 30, or 40. But I still got some life in me. There's still a few things that I still want to get done. My list is not incredibly long. I've lived a full life. I'd be the first to say that. But there's still a few things that I would like to do. And I challenge you to make your list so that you can still achieve some of your goals. I know a lot of you are feeling terribly defeated, like you can't. You are where you are and this is it. Even if you're not saying it, this is what you're thinking and this is how you're living. And it doesn't have to be that way. Okay? And maybe that's not the challenge for you. Maybe there's something else maybe that's a little much, you feel. Maybe it's something smaller, and that's okay. I can work with you on that as well. Okay? So, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch, listen, and I look forward to hearing from you. So, everyone, have a great evening. Enjoy your life. And keep watching. Subscribe.